What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages? Uh, Hopefully, my microphone that you guys can hear me. Guys and girls can hear me. Hear me. You know, I know that my microphone wasn't doing very well yesterday. So, as you guys and girls chime in, I feel very bad about that yesterday with my live stream. I was doing a live stream on what was I doing a live? I was doing a live stream on YouTube, and we was talking about don't buy stock, build a portfolio. So I'm out here, got a little change of scenery on my back patio. Just got through cutting up some grass on this lovely Memorial Day. It's kind of cooling down a little bit, but let's jump straight into it. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages, you are now tuned into the Investors Show. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, comment, and share button. And as you guys and girls can see in the description box below, we're going to be talking about, should I use my 401k to pay off debt? So I'm outside a little bit, but I got my microphone. So hopefully, it's way better today. Should be. Let me know if something goes crazy or whatnot for the people that's catching it live. But I asked this question because, when you think about it financially, there you are. You're looking at your 401k, and your 401k, you may have $60,000, $10,000, $15,000, whatever you may have in your 401k or whatnot. And then you may have $5,000 worth of credit card debt or $6,000 worth of credit card debt. So you're looking at your 401k. You're like, my 401k is returning about 7 to 8% a year, versus my credit card is losing about 15 to 16 to 20% a year. So naturally, you start to think, well, can I take a loan from my credit card, take a loan from my 401k to pay off my debt? If I take a loan from my 401k and pay off my debt, I have no more debt. One. Two, I have no more debt. Two, I can pay my 401k back at a much lower interest rate. I can pay my 401k back at 1 or 2%, but then again, I pay off my credit card. Sounds like it makes common sense, right? Sound like a pretty good idea. Hey, I'm paying 20% on my credit card, but if I took out this loan for my 401k, I will only be paying 2% back to myself or 1% back to myself on my 401k. So it makes perfect sense. The thing is, that does not make sense because you're ruling out the most common, the most powerful thing in investing. And the most powerful thing in investing that you're overlooking is compounding interest. So when you strip out of your 401k like that, you're losing the power of compounding interest, right? That's one big thing, one big no-no. Two, the most important thing is you're not fixing the behavior that got you into that credit card debt in the beginning. So what's going to happen, 9 times out of 10, what's going to happen, you're going to borrow this money from your 401k, you're going to pay off your debt, and about 2-3 years down the line, you're going to be paying back your 401k, and you're going to have that same credit card debt come back on you in most cases. Now, there's certain things that's like, hey, I want to pay off my house, or I want to pay off my car or something like that. That may be up to discussion. But the number one thing, the average American household cares about $16,000 worth of credit card debt. So what is the best thing to do? I look at it and say, one of the best things you can do is first figure out what is your behavior that's stopping you from paying your credit card. From how did you run up this credit card debt? Figure out that. Stop it. Find a better behavior. Two, look at what you're contributing to your 401k. Look at reducing it, lowering down what you're contributing to your 401k. Take that difference and pay off your credit card. So if I'm giving $200 a month or $300 a month to my 401k, and I have this credit card debt or whatnot, you need to sit down, reorganize, figure out how you got into that debt, figure out ways to prevent that from happening. Stop using the credit card first, because the only reason why people have credit cards is because they're over. You're living beyond your means. So figure that out. Then turn around and say, hey, maybe I can lower my 401k contributions to pay off my particular debt. That's the way you need to look at it. That's the smarter way to look at it, because You're keeping your compounding interest going, right? You change your mindset and your behavior, and you're taking your contributions, you're delaying your contributions to take care of something immediate so you can get back to making more money. But don't fall into the age old crap, not crap, but the age old uh, mistake of thinking, let me utilize my 401k as a savings account. That's not a savings account, right? Because what's happening is you want to keep compounding interest on your side. When you start taking away from your 401k, you're taking away from compounding interest being on your side. So it's a classic mistake. It's a classic mistake that I see that people consider, that I've even done myself before in life, where just the knowledge of like, looking at things, and you sit back and you think like, oh, well, that's why it's not a good idea to even look at your 401k in the beginning. Don't even look at your portfolio like every day balance wise, right? Because when you see money, you start to spend it. Like most people that get tax returns, you get a tax return and you know you're going to get $10,000, $20,000 from a tax return. What's the first thing you start to think of? People mentally spend the money already. Well, as soon as I get paid, $1,000 gonna go over here, 500 gonna go over here. And it'll be the exact same thing you do with your 401k. You look at your 401k, you look at a portfolio, you get a letter in the house that tell you something went up in value. People mentally start to calculate that as money they can use. They got life insurance policies. Not even good to even look at it, right? You just kind of put that over there, keep your investments going, and try to act like you don't even see them. And look at ways to fix how you got into that particular debt versus trying to rob your compounding interest to go out and do something. But that's the topic I wanted to touch on. Classic mistake, classic things that I want to kind of put out there, things that I've learned and saw with my own life and through other people, where they think that, hey, you know what, man, I got 15,000 over here sitting in my 401k that I can borrow from, and they say I only got to pay back at 2%, and I can pay out this credit card that's charging me 20%. Doesn't that make sense, Mr. Financial Guy? Yeah, it does. But you're taking away from compounding interest and you're not fixing the behavior. So you want to keep compounding interest on your side. Look at ways of, hey, I'm going to lower or stop my contributions to my 401k. I never say stop, but lower my contributions to my 401k. I'm going to take that difference and I'm going to reallocate those funds to my debt after I have changed my thought process. I'm no longer using the credit card, right? I figured out why am I using it. I'm no longer using it because I'm living beyond my means if I'm using it. I'm no longer using it. And now I am attacking this particular debt with that. That's a better way to go with it than to do with your 401k. Because I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, 2 years from now, you're going to turn around and you're going to look and boom, that credit card debt has reappeared and you're paying back your 401k. Situation you don't want to be in. So anyway, hope you guys have a nice, great Memorial Day. I got to get out of here. I got some places to go today. But I wanted to drop that, and I truly apologize about my last video. I felt like I was putting out some great stuff on my last video. That's why I want to take it down, about building a portfolio versus building a I'm losing my track. Don't buy stock, build a portfolio. That's what the topic was. We had great conversations. People was in the chat room. Chat room was going live. But I apologize for that. Getting back on to what I'm doing. But I got to get running. And don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, comment, and share button. Shout out to our sponsors, Belco Credit Union and Alpha One. To the next video, podcast, cartoon, or whatever else you see me do crazy around the globe. Peace, be safe. I'm out, and thank you.